See, after the game, Gary Payton Sr. Is that what we're calling him?
Talking to
or is it Gary Payton the first?
Gary Payton Sr.
Okay, sorry. I
Gary Payton the second, Gary Payton Sr.
Sorry, I want to be respectful. I always screw it up, and I apologize. He was talking to Draymond Green. What do you think he said to him? Those are like two of the greatest trash talkers of all time.
I'm surprised nobody asked him about that after the game. Maybe we'll ask Anthony Slater at 8 o'clock. Joining us in 15 minutes, our 95.7 The Game Insider. I mean, it's two of the greatest trash talkers in NBA history.
Right.
So maybe you tell him to keep his composure. This is why you lead. Keep on these guys. You're their heartbeat. Yada, yada, yada.
Every time I see Gary Payton, I think of the Michael Jordan just destroying him in The Last Dance, and I feel so bad because I'm like, so many young people are going to view that and laugh at Gary Payton, and they have no idea how badass he was on the court.
That's exactly what I thought too, Shaq. I was literally saying verbatim that line, the glove. I had no problem with the glove.
The glove?
But like, I'm being real. Like, yeah, Jordan didn't have a problem. Everyone else in the league did. Like, the glove was one of the great perimeter defenders for over a decade. One of the sickest players I've ever seen in my life.
He made him not have shut down Jordan. He made him work harder than normal, right? Like, come on.
Bro. It wouldn't have made a difference.
Exactly.
I know, but,
like,
but Gary
guys,
Payton was sick.
Like the Iguodala stopping LeBron thing. It's the same thing. Like, you don't stop LeBron. You can try to limit him, but you're never stopping these guys.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing with Steph Curry. Like, Dellavedova stopped Steph Curry. Did he, or did he punch him in the groin? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah,
Still got his numbers, and he was hobbled.
Gary Payton was nice. Very nice. Hall of Famer. But it's Michael Jordan. By the way, NBA TV yesterday was showing Michael Jordan's game where he dropped the double nickel at the Garden Ware, number 45. How about that?
I didn't love the 45 for Jordan.
I didn't either. I had to sneeze.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I was hoping you feel some time. You're always talking, and one time you go quiet, I got to sneeze.
He did
now
leave
we got dead air.
Right
there. Damn. The one time he doesn't want to talk, we get dead air.
Sorry.
You can't stop the guy from talking half the time.
Not bad.
All right, man. 888-957.
What a roller coaster.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I couldn't find the tubs, couldn't find the sneeze button. I just, for people to say, oh, why are you nervous? Why are you doubting this team? This season has been, I mean, it's just been up and down, down and up. Every time you think you're figuring out the team, I mean, it's just been, I'm stressed out. I'm exhausted.
If you're not, Draymond was stressed out. Why do you think he went crazy?
Draymond went crazy yesterday. It was just like the Boston series last year, the finals. What game was it? It was game 2 and game 5.
Yeah.
Where he just basically was deranged.
Yeah, but I also said in both of those games, I think for right now, they need him on the bench. No, I'm serious.
Well, game 2 against Dallas, he got into foul trouble, and it was probably the best thing to happen for the Golden State Warriors because he was losing his mind then.
Exactly. And so that's why I know that they went on a run, but like, to me, cooling down Draymond for just even a split second was the difference in the game because I think you would have lost him for the entire game.
You would have. But you brought him back in the second half, and he comes back in and balls
And they
out.
were locked in.
And they were all locked in
He had a
defensively.
sick little one-handed pass to Curry where Curry was playing along the three-point line, and they hedged and jumped, and over-pursued like he was going to shoot a three, and he went backdoor, and it just Draymond facilitating yesterday, and then him, dancing down the court as they're winning. It was the full Dre experience.
How about Bob Myers, though? I don't think we've ever seen a GM be as close to a team like Bob Myers. Having a pulse for his team. I mean, him coming down, because Draymond Green, again, Willie said this. He was talking to the Pelicans, the Warriors, some coaches, their coaches, players, folks eating popcorn in the first row. Anybody who was in the, and then he's yelling at the assistant, and Bob Myers had to come down from his seat.
Yeah, could you imagine Daryl Morey doing that?
No.
Could you imagine Farhan Zaidi doing that?
No. Oh, God, no.
Let me talk to Brandon Crawford. He's a little too excited.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I mean, could you? I could see John Lynch doing it.
Yeah,
I could see John Lynch doing it. And if you ask me, I think John Lynch has to feel the sideline energy in the final 5 minutes because he wants to put on pads.
He does.
And hit someone.
No doubt.
And that's kind of why I love him.
But Bob Myers comes down there and is like, hey, Dre, get back in that huddle, man.
Yeah, you made your point.
You made your point. Let's move on. Let's go win this basketball game.
And this is why Bob's the adult in the room for a variety of, and I don't mean that like Bonte that Draymond's being quote unquote childish, but every now and then you need a cooler head to prevail.
Right.
And we've talked about this ad nauseum. Who's the one checking Draymond's emotions? If he's checking everybody else, you still need one other person. That's why we all love David West, when he was on the team. 'Cause it felt like he was that calming influence on the team. To have Bob be that, I'll take it.
And don't sleep on S-Dot, Sean Livingston.
Good call.
And Sean, I read it, Sean Livingston yesterday. It was We got to get this thing going. Here's Curry on Bob.
Is that what he said?
On how much Bob Myers means to the team.
It's just another example of it, yeah. Because whether it's in front of 19,000 on the bench or whether it's a phone call or a text or a conversation or whatever it is, there's a lot of trust in his perspective. And you don't see him come down that often. So it's not like something that's frequent. It's just timely. And again, that's something that Draymond responds to because he trusts, his point of view. And I don't know whatever he said in that moment, but it does go a long way, whether it's in the locker room, practice, off the court, outside the arena, whatever it is, we respond to what he says.
So how can you let Bob Myers walk out that door? He
You
means
can't.
that much.
You can't.
He means that much to this organization. And then go down there and talk to Draymond Green to calm him down. And then and the Pelicans go on an 8-0 run. It was just like, oh, God, down 20. Down 20 at home.
Especially the way that quarter
The way
ended.
that it was just like, oh God!
I
The
wanted
turnovers.
to just get to the halftime.
Again, they couldn't break the press in the first half.
I know.
This team was all out of sorts.
How about JP coming down and just falling, and no one was there? He just fell, and I'm like, JP, what is going on? How do you keep falling? No one is even near you.
Considering how amped up I was for that game, I was done at halftime.
Oh, you were ready to wave the white flag?
Not quite.
I was like, the first 3 minutes are going to tell me everything I need to know about this year's
But
team.
I just, 14 turnovers, fast break points, 20-2. I mean, let's look at the first half numbers because it was truly a tale of two halves. You get outscored 63-46. The Pelicans had 20 fast break points in year two. Second chance points, 9-2 Pelicans. Their biggest lead was 20. All right? You hit 6 threes. They hit 9 threes. They averaged 10 a game.
I know.
All right? They were 24-48, shot 50% from the floor, 64% from the three-point line. Rebounding numbers, 25-17 Pelicans advantage. Offensive rebounds, 8-3 Pelicans advantage. I mean, they were just rolling. Brandon Ingram, 16 points. They got to the free throw line 7 times. The Warriors turned the ball over 14 times, but then I looked at that and said, you know what? They only scored 11 points off those 14 turnovers. Maybe there's a glimmer of hope. And like you, the first 3 minutes was going to tell you everything. And the first 3 minutes, the Warriors going to 8-0 run. And quickly, Willie Green, former Warriors assistant, said, all right, we got to stop. Timeout. 4-on-5. You guys show Jordan Poole 0 love. You just missed the first
We
2 hours of the
praised him
show.
for an hour and a half.
You just missed the first. People just
Vontae.
come in here. I don't even know why I read that for the Comcast Business Text line, but you just got an idiot like that from the 401 says, you feel it. You wouldn't want to slip Jordan Poole for 4 hours?
I literally said Jordan Poole played the best defensive game of his career.
15 points.
Hands down.
Two-way
Multiple
player.
blocks. He was stealing. He was helping on defense. He was so engaged.
Finishing at the rim.
I thought the moment
Everybody's
at the
getting
end
their
of the
love.
third quarter with JP, Curry, and Kuminga all stepping through. At one point, TNT put the grab on 17 straight points
Right.
for Kuminga or Jordan Poole.
Every highlight I've rejoined today, by the way, are all Jordan Poole highlights.
You got an
By the way,
idiot
he also
again.
smiled like I hadn't seen him smile in a long time.
He had a lot
that
of fun
felt
out
really
there.
good.
Well, he did tell us on the postgame show last Friday, playoff P is activated. Or playoff JP is activated.
Playoff JP?
Playoff JP has been activated.
What was it? What was playoff Paul George? What did he call
Playoff
it?
P. That's a joke.
I mean, come on.
That's a joke.
JP
So-
has as much playoff experience as him.
So 415, you just hating just to hate. Come on, man. Don't be a buzzkill. I'm gonna read your text. I'm gonna call the haters out.
in the
That's what
words
I'm
of
gonna start
Jay-Z,
doing.
as I go Jay-Z all morning, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it?